Hello everyone, welcome to the Digitech Dialogue. I am Karthik Sharma. The Digitech Dialogue series is an initiative of ET Government, The Economic Times. This is an interactive show with the leaders in bureaucracy and industry on different milestones in their journey, especially in terms of digital transformation. In this series, the speakers share an insight on the digital innovations and their experiences with technology. Today, on behalf of ET Government, I welcome Mr. Sourabh Swami, Joint CEO, State Health Assurance Agency, Department of Medical, Health and Family Welfare, Government of Rajasthan. Welcome, Mr. Sourabh.
Thank you, Karthik.
So for the audience, I would just like to introduce Mr. Sourabh Swami. He is a 2015 batch IAS officer of Rajasthan cadre, currently posted as Joint CEO of State Health Assurance Agency in Government of Rajasthan. Prior to this, he was posted as Director of Education in the School Education Department, Government of Rajasthan, where he took up several innovations to combat the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the education ecosystem of the state. He has also served as CEO of Zilla Parishad in Shri Ganganagar district and also the SDM in the same district prior to that. Mr. Swami has served as SDO in Peoplekhunch area of Pratapgarh district and Assistant Collector in Pali district during his initial days of service. He is BTech in Electronics and Communications from Bharatiya Vidyapeeth, New Delhi, with the experience of working in renowned organizations like Bharat Electronics Limited, BAIL, and DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization, before clearing his IAS in his first attempt. So once again, I welcome Mr. Sourabh Swami.
Thank you.
So let's begin this conversation, and I would like to ask the first question from you, Mr. Swami, that before joining IAS, you worked in BEL and DRDO, two of the finest organizations in the country. So how has been your experience with these organizations, especially in terms of technology? If you just share your thoughts.
Yeah, so my experience was really good, Karthik. So because BEL is the, I guess, only organization along with DRDO that is basically working for defense applications. We were the one which was working in the communications part. So we were doing our man-pack and handheld devices for our soldiers in Army as well as in Navy. So I was into that assignment. I was into man-pack department where we designed everything starting from the scratch. And then in DRDO, I was associated with Dehradun. There is a lab deal. So in that lab, we used to do all these research work over there of that radio itself, and then the trials with the Army as well as Navy officials. So that was my brief period in that DRDO and BEL. Technology was really good, and we were working with some of the finest in the industry. So, and one thing that was there in electronics industry, as we know also that India does not produce all these semiconductor chips and all everything. So we used to procure them from outside only, but understanding them and then implying them in our design was a really big task, and we were able to do that. And right now, I just want to say that all those things that we designed are there in the hands of the Navy people and soon in the hands of Army people as well. So that is the most satisfaction that it comes out of that.
That's great to know that you got a good taste of technology in these renowned organizations before even joining the services. And right now you are placed in the department where and especially managing the scheme, which is very much technology oriented. Currently, you are playing a key role in managing Mukhyamantri Chiranjeevi Swasthya Bima Yojana, one of the most ambitious schemes of Rajasthan government, and one of the most, I think, a scheme which uses technology to assure healthcare to the last mile. So please share your experience, especially with the role of technology in assuring healthcare for the people at the last mile, working in this Mukhyamantri Chiranjeevi Swasthya Bima Yojana.
So as you told that it is a very ambitious scheme, so we have to be like really careful and really in advance in terms of our technology and ensuring that each and every hospital that is empaneled is serving all the citizens of Rajasthan. So as you know that Chiranjeevi Yojana comes under Ayushman Bharat. So we have actually means widened the scope of Ayushman Bharat. It covers only around 1,500 odd scheme or diseases, but we are trying for a universalization. So for all those things that are there, including the software that hospitals manages, that is different in each and every hospital. If I talk about any private hospital or if I talk about any government hospital, so combining that and aligning that to a single platform and ensuring that each and every patient that is being treated, so his money is given by the insurer in due time basis, and that particular patient is satisfied with the services of hospital, is a big task. So that alignment has been done. So a few more tweaks are there happening, so those all tweaks we are doing, and I guess in the coming days we will be able to universalize the scheme in entire Rajasthan of health. So that is our goal, and we are working towards that.
Right, right. Great to know that, Mr. Swami, and I think we look forward that Rajasthan government assures healthcare of every person in the state with this scheme. And I would also mention here that you have been Director of Education for around 2 years. That's a long time of serving a state in a department. And the good thing to know is that you have taken up a lot of innovations, because we all know that the education sector was badly hit by COVID-19 pandemic, and we were getting the news that our department is taking up initiatives and innovations to fight with that pandemic. So how did you manage to run the school education ecosystem during that severe pandemic? And would request you to please highlight some innovations that were taken up in your team.
So in education department, basically when we joined, as soon as I joined, COVID hit. So at that time, the digital education became a big need of the hour. So in that point, when I saw that many of the videos that were available with us, they were not coherent in nature. I mean, if I like to get all the videos of the content for a particular class, so we would get content of particular topics, but all the chapters there were not covered. So there was a huge need of creating a database, a library of all those videos in which we could cover all the syllabus. So if we have good quality content available and that is coherent chapter wise, then only we would be able to supply it to the children in howsoever way possible. So we selected all those teachers. Those were really good. Those were good orators as well, plus they has good knowledge. And then we started a program called eKaksha with the help of an NGO Mission Gyan, and we had some CSR partners as well to fund that project. So with the help of that, right now currently we are working for class 1st to 12th in Hindi medium, class 1st to 10th for English medium, as well as we have started a new project for a child with special needs. There is some simplified syllabus for them. Right now we have reached to that level that we have released more than 10,000 videos on YouTube, as well as app is there called Mission Gyan. It has received more than 10.5 crore views in these coming periods, and the app itself, it has got more than 5 lakh downloads. So our motive does not end only with COVID. So basic motive was that if some teacher is absent from the school, or if there is a vacancy in the school, then also the students must not feel that the syllabus is incomplete. So I would like to thank the Rajasthan government as well as our CM sir, that he ensured that every senior secondary and secondary school of the state in the coming budget will have a smart TV. So with the help of that smart TV, all these videos through hard drive or through internet, we will be showing those to the students, especially to those classes where if somebody teacher is not there, or if some problem is there. So in a way, we are completing the cycle. Now, this innovation was really important in terms of two things. All the videos have been made by the teachers of Rajasthan government, and mostly they're speaking in their vernacular languages, so that the students are able to understand what the teachers are talking. So because of that, what has happened, there has become a huge traction towards all these videos. And even the students who are just passing or preparing for some competitive exams also are watching all these videos. So there is a lot of traction has come. And as soon as we complete, more than 5,000-6,000 videos are left, which we are planning to complete by 4 or 5 months. So then our backbone of all these digital content will be complete. Then we would be planning for live classes as well on this platform, so that if a child wants to study along with school from some good teachers of Rajasthan government itself, then also he would be welcome to do that. So that is a innovation that is continuing, and I guess will continue in the future as well, and lead us towards digital governance as we speak of that. Secondly, there was an issue of as soon as our video was generated, so we have to distribute it among students. So we do not know how many of my students are having digital mobile phones and how many are not having. We designed a portal. We ensured that every student entry is being done, that is he having a mobile phone or not, and even if he is having, whether he is connected to us through WhatsApp group or not. So we ensured that our 96 lakh students entry is being done, and through that I came out with a figure that around 44% of students, around 35 lakh, if you say in real terms, are connected through WhatsApp groups where all these videos were being sent. So now with the remaining around 50-55 lakh students, we started a program called Aao Ghar Se Seekhe Abhiyan, where our teachers used to go visit once or twice a week. They used to show the videos on their mobile to the students which were sitting in a mohalla, in some particular sarpanch house or somewhere else where there was space, and as per COVID appropriate behavior, they were sitting and they were studying. So, and a portfolio was maintained of each and every week of each and every student. Whatever the videos that were given, on the basis of them, homework was also given. So that on the basis of that homework, we were maintaining portfolios as well. Those portfolios came into function when suddenly the exams were stopped due to COVID. So the assessment of the students were done with the help of those portfolios itself. In this year itself, CBSE also have made it compulsory to make entire portfolios of each and every student. So in Rajasthan, it was already being done. So all these things. Then thirdly, so my main responsibility of making the content as well as delivering the content to the students, each and everybody. So it delivered benefits, and that's why I guess around 16 lakh students joined this our government sector in the 1.5 years. So because of all these things, because of COVID as well, so we were able to maintain a good relationship with the students. Even our teachers were very enthusiastic. They really went to all these places. They took the pain, and the effect of that was that the reputation of the government schools are quite enhanced, and that that showed also in so many ways. Then thirdly, there was an initiative of Mahatma Gandhi schools, which was done by our honorable CM sir. So with the help of that, we made around one school per block with a Mahatma Gandhi school, which is an English medium school. So for English medium school also, all the behind that data analysis, all the things, including the staff selection which could speak in English, all the books, all the content, as I am speaking of, all these things were done. And the so much craze, so much popularity of this school has come that around 2 lakh students have already joined in coming 1 or 2 years in some 300 odd schools. So these all things. Then some things in governance, like I have got a workforce of around 4.2 lakh people who are working under education department. So for them also, I was also responsible for their establishment matters. So right from their ACP to confirmation to an annual appraisal report, APR, all these things were done online by our staff. So with the help of that, all the 4.2 lakh people were benefited out of that. So that was also a huge step for employee achievement as well. So all these things were done, and basically no stone was left unturned, and I guess it was a really good period for me as well.
No, it is actually great to know that such effort was put in deal with such pandemic. And I think in that pandemic also you came up with innovations which may help also in future also in the education sector. But I just want to know that what kind of challenges do you face now, and how technology can help in overcome those challenges, how digital means can help, and how you leverage those digital means. Just throw some light on that.
COVID posed a lot of challenges. At that point of time, the biggest challenge was that the students were not having mobile phones. That was one of the biggest challenge. Second challenge was finding an appropriate partner and ensuring that all my content that is being generated is of world class. All these things were there alongside, since our offices were closed, so we have to work side by side along in some other departments as well, especially medical department. So these all challenges were there when you see a condition where all the country was in gloomy state. At that point of time, keeping our hopes high and ensuring that our teachers are coming and going to each and every home and ensuring the light of education is still on, and ensuring that good videos are being made. So the motivating my every employee was a big step at that point of time, but they responded really well under the call of our CM sir, our education minister sir. At that point of time, they responded really well, and that only showed with our rankings as well. In Rajasthan, we have ranked in 1+ category in the PGI ranking issued by the government of India, and they really appreciated our efforts as well in all these COVID things and as well. So it was a really combined effort by all my staff that was there of 4.2 lakh guys, all the support that I got from government as well as my senior officers. So we handled it quite well, I guess.
Right. So, and I think lastly, I will say that from being a CEO of a Zilla Parishad, have an experience of rural India, rural Rajasthan, then one of the important aspect of education for common men. And now you're working in health sector, which is another segment which touches directly to the common man and their lives. I would request you to share your views on how technology can transform governance sector in future. How do you see that?
Well, I see that it is only technology that is going to transform in coming future, and then coming future is not far. It is not like 10 or 15 years. It is like in coming 2 or 3 years, in fact. So in each and every department of administration, as we are seeing, everything is going online, and there is all the MIS, all the data analytics. It is really helping us to understand what are the real problems that our people are facing in the ground, or students are facing in the ground, or even people in general, and how to deal with that. So many companies have emerged which will do all those data analytics, which will do all those MIS systems, will make all those softwares, and they are really helping in lot. I will give you just a simple example. When I was in CO Zilla Parishad, so we had a software called e-Panchayat, so where all the payments can be done online. So when I implemented that in all my 336 gram panchayats over there, so we did that within 2 or 3 months after a due training, and we ensured that now all the payments to each and everybody, even from salary to all the contractors, was being done through online from bank to bank basis. So it brought so much transparency at that point of time, and so much conflict resolution came out of that, that even the sarpanch, which were initially a bit reluctant in that, they were really appreciating that fact, that why didn't it happen earlier. So if I tell about one more department right now, so all the MB measuring books of the ANs or JNs is now being done online. So now that is also a huge step, a big step. In revenue department, if I talk about, all the land records are being modernized and all these things are coming online. So if you want a simple from a patwari, you used to go to a patwari, you used to ask for a mutation or something like that. Now that will be done online. So such a huge relief for the Janta in general as well, plus a really good monitoring mechanism for the people placed at higher up, to understand that who all officers are really working and where all we are lacking, so that our design and our policies can be made according to that. So all these things will be really helpful in each and every department for digital governance.
That's great, Mrs. Saurabh. It's great to know from you that how you are leveraging technology in wherever, whichever sector you are working on, and you are hopeful that in all the aspects, technology can be used to transform the governance ecosystem across the country. And lastly, I'll just thank you, Mr. Sourabh Swami, for accepting our invitation for this interaction and for sharing great insights and for this wonderful discussion. And thank you so much. And we wish you all the best for your future endeavors as well. Thank you, Mr. Sourabh.
Thank you so much, Karthik, for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.